The core muscleback set, like if you're looking between the 4-iron and the 9 or pitching wedge, have become, in essence, more playable. Probably the first thing that you'll notice with the Mizuno Pro 241 is that we've reconfigured the muscleback portion. It follows this more kind of like a truncated triangle shape, and that was done to focus more material behind impact. So you have more thickness behind impact, then you have a more solid feel, and that's kind of evident when we're looking at the modal analysis. When you're looking at one particular mode of vibration, the thicker we go behind impact, that frequency starts to come up, and that's generally associated with a more solid feel. The interesting thing that we've been seeing recently, particularly with the younger players that we're working with, we're seeing this trend towards the younger, stronger players are kind of gravitating towards the muscleback. What we hope is that we're staying ahead of what they need, right? That's the game here, staying ahead of what they need, delivering on feel, delivering on the turf interaction, delivering on the address shape that they're looking for. So this is something that we're constantly looking at and trying to stay ahead of. When a better player, elite player, are making their choice, do I play a muscleback or do I play a shallow cavity or maybe even something a little bit bigger? Usually when they're going for the muscleback, they tend to be looking for more versatility. They like the more compact head, they like the way it goes through the turf, they appreciate the feel of it. That's what we're trying to accentuate with what we're doing in terms of the modifications we've made to the sole, what we've done increasing the thickness behind impact, and also everything we've done with the thinner top line and the more compact address look is just kind of helping to accentuate what that player is looking to get out of a muscleback. In the case of Mizuno, when we're talking about a muscleback or any forged iron, you got to talk about the technology, right? Grain flow forged, HD, which means high density. It has the copper underlay for incremental softer feel. If you look at the head after the copper plating, it's actually a 4-layer process. There's a thin layer of nickel, then the copper layer, and then another nickel layer, then on top of that, the final chrome layer. With copper, it's a very, very soft metal. You don't need much of it to get just a little bit incremental softer feel. And if you go back a little bit further and you're looking at what we call the drop, this is the final drop after it's gone through each process, the primary forging, the precision forging, removing the flash meat. You can see that it's very nearly identical to the final product, right? And that's one of the strengths of Chiyokoyo is their ability to basically capture exactly what we want in terms of the final product data. Like getting those so close that it needs minimal finishing to get to exactly what the designer was looking for. If you go back 5-10 years, you probably saw less muscleback usage out on tour. But the way things have evolved recently is you're definitely seeing less 2 and 3 irons that are musclebacks, and maybe even 4 irons. You're seeing maybe less on the pitching wedge side too. That might be more of a specialty wedge. But the core muscleback set, like if you're looking between the 4-iron and the 9 or pitching wedge, have become in essence more playable through optimization, really. With every generation or every model, we're getting further and further optimized. And then there's other things you can do in the long iron area, right, to make the set work.